I have something that I'd like to share with you, and then maybe you have some just hear your open thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
So a longtime friend of mine, since we're like babies, pretty much known each other, and we've grown apart, and we've grown apart for good reasons. And since then, he's been like dealing drugs and pretty much a bad path. So recently, like within the past several weeks, he got in a car crash. Cops, he had a bunch of, illegal stuff on him, and he got out of court. He basically got away scot-free. And his response is, I'm not gonna really change what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing, even though I was so close to being put in the way. He's just, I'm just trying to be happy. That's his. I'm just trying to be happy. I want to hear your thoughts on that sort of line, because it's kind of like, I hate.
Let me ask you this: did you read my book?
Yeah, I'm finishing the Amazon book, and yours will be next.
Okay, so you haven't read it yet. So Fire Fast, Hire Slow is in the book. It's one of the chapters, and when you get through the book, you'll understand it. But basically, it doesn't matter if you share DNA with somebody. It doesn't matter if they've been a friend since you're a baby. These are the fucking like bullshit stories that we tell ourselves as men. Like we like to complicate our lives and then justify why. I'm going to complicate my life by letting this loser be in my life because I've known him since we were babies. Even though he's a fucking train wreck and everything he does invites chaos into his life, which means at some point he's going to bring chaos into your life because you're friends with him. Like you have to hire people slowly, meaning invite them into your life slowly, invite women into your life slowly, take your time to vet them, see what they're all about. And as soon as they show you who they are, and if they're a piece of shit, fucking fire them fast, man. Apprentice style. Give them the cobra like fucking Donald Trump did. You're fired. Boom. Just like that. Get the fuck out of here.
You have to, though.
Right on. Chaos.
That's just, but dude, like that's a skill that's hard for guys to learn. Just like it's hard for guys to learn to stop simping for women. Just like it's guys have a hard time, learning not to put themselves in a friend zone with women. I know that these aren't really problems that you have, but this is a difficult pill for most guys to swallow. Like, oh, really? I have to set boundaries with people I've known since I was a baby. Well, that's a novel concept,
Yeah, that's real tough, especially when a lot of your friends, I mean, gosh, I hate to be that person, but they're just like,
doesn't matter, dude.
I mean, quite frankly,
you don't owe anybody
shit.
Let me just say this again. You don't owe anybody shit. I do not. And if you let these losers into your inner circle and you let them stay there, you will be inviting chaos into your life. The level of chaos, can be on a scale of 1 to fucking 10, with 10 being like ballistic, impossible, nuclear level sort of shit, and 1 being very basic. But you will be inviting chaos into your life by letting these losers into them.
Gotta listen to him, man. I had a hard time with this too, dude. A real hard time with this. I had a lot of loser friends growing up, guys doing time and stuff, right, for different things. So I totally get what you're saying. And then even I hate to say this because I don't mean to disparage the veteran community or whatever, but I get a lot of guys who come out of combat war zones that are kind of messed up. They got a lot of issues, and instead of being willing to fix or solve those problems, they'd rather collect a check and continue to have issues, right? I don't have time for that. I can't have those people around me because they're going to suck me into their situation, and there's an opportunity cost. The biggest thing that you have to recognize is there's an opportunity cost for how you spend your time and energy. So if you're, and Rich is like saying that all over the place in different ways. It's like, when you spend your time and energy on somebody that, especially someone who's not demonstrating a capability of being able to do better, it's taking that time, energy, and money and flushing it down the toilet. And that's stuff that doesn't go into the things you need to be working on to make yourself better, dude. It really is.
Hey, Paul, so I'd like to add to that. So when you say, like, for the phrase hire slow, fire fast, when you say fire fast, you mean just like completely like gone, like childhood, like all that, you could say
let me ask you this question.
Like,
would you invite a fat single mom with 3 kids in tow from 3 different fathers into your life?
Yes. Oh, I mean,
I know Paul would, but what about
you? That answer.
The answer is what? No, right?
Of course not. No,
Well,
I'm just kidding.
that's obvious. Yeah.
Okay,
Obvious.
so
Yeah.
so why would you let a guy that's a fucking train wreck, that gets into a car crash, that's into drugs, that, like, you know, invites chaos into his life, into your inner circle? It's no different. If you're willing to set
No,
boundaries
not
with women, you need to be willing to set boundaries with
yeah.
other people too.
I know what
Well,
you're saying
keeping
though,
them like
dude.
at a distance.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
So
like
here's
you
the thing.
basically lose their
Yeah.
phone number. Right. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're still around. You're not going to tell them to go
Yeah.
pound sand sort of thing. But yeah, you just don't
Mhm.
respond to them. They text you,
You don't
you're
have to have
busy.
this
They call
big
you, they want to get
emotional
together, you're
moment.
busy.
You don't have to have this big moment with them where they
Okay.
sit them down. You know, it's just like you just put your time and energy elsewhere. Like I have a friend, for example, great friends from childhood. He is at the bar probably every night. If I run him into in the bar, hey man, we do a shot. It's cool. How you been? Awesome, bro. Like sweet. I'm busy with my stuff, man. You're busy doing your thing. Cool, whatever. And I go about my life, right? There's no animosity there. It's just that my time and energy gets focused elsewhere. And that's all it is. You know, you don't have to abandon people because I know that's what you're thinking. And there's that. I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, but they have to demonstrate the capability to be into your world, your frame. You know what I mean? And if they're not demonstrating that capability, then they're just going to suck you down. If I was putting a lot of time and energy into the guy who hangs out at the bar every day, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. I absolutely could not. I could not nurture my business and take things in the direction I'm going. But I don't have to have a big moment with him either. You know, I just kind of point in another direction. Now, maybe someday he's building the business and he says, hey, man, I'm building this business, doing some stuff. I understand the work you're trying to do too. Whatever. Let's talk about that. Okay, cool. Like that's fine then, right? Depends. You just got to decide if they're going to be a toxic force or not, and then just kind of let them go that way. You know what I mean?
I have a short video clip that I posted to Twitter. I'm trying to dig it up because Hype Fury posts so much for me now, of Snoop Dogg explaining this very concept with people in your life that just don't make the cut. I'm gonna keep looking for it. I will find it because I know it was in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I just have to keep scrolling and scrolling until I find a damn thing. But it exemplifies the point very, very well, and it'll make complete sense to you. Just give me a second here.
While you're looking for it, I'll throw a quick comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so quick comment, dude.
Oh,
go ahead, Lebowski. Go ahead. Sorry.
Does that go double for family?
Just because you share DNA, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it's the same, man. It's just the same. I'll tell you how bad it was, me not wanting to, you know, abandon my friends and all that stuff. I've given away a Cadillac before. I let a dude borrow my Cadillac. I haven't seen it back yet. I mean, I had a few cars, you know what I mean, and there were no McLarens, okay, but I had BMW, I had a Cadillac. Veteran friend got in some trouble. His car, I was having trouble. Tossed him the keys. He said, "Hey, you know, just give back when when you're done and you get your stuff back and you figure your stuff out." Well, long story short, the car disappears and gets thrown in jail. And so I don't care. It's just a car. But here's the thing. That was a waste of energy and time, right? That was a waste of money. I could have taken that Cadillac, sold it, put it into Bitcoin, and then donated all the Bitcoin to charity if I wanted to. Done way better impact than doing what I did, right? And so, yeah, you can learn these lessons as you go along.
All right, so listen up because Snoop's about to
I'm sure your gut told you too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready?
This is the gap when we start. This is the gap as you grow. Notice how you grow and they don't. So how do you close the gap? You got to come back down. When you come back down, you lose. So you got to keep going up. That's why closing that gap got to be them catching up to you. And if they don't catch up, you got to leave them behind.
All right. If they don't catch up, you got to leave their asses behind. That's it. You know, it's as simple as that. You're going to get out of life what you tolerate. If you tolerate mediocrity from people in your inner circle, don't expect your life to be one of excellence. You're going to have chaos in it. You are inviting chaos into it. You have a choice. You know, these guys can either come up to you or you can leave them behind. You don't have to go down to their level. Make sense?
Right on.